Hey guys, this exercise is to help you improve your transitions both upward and downward and getting them right on the mark that you want them. So as soon as you ask, your horse should do the transition right on the dot. To set up this exercise, you just need to set up markers in a blank arena. So my markers are these standards, and I set up 4 separate markers to mark the long and the short side. You can do as many markers as you want. You can use whatever you want to mark. They can be anywhere you want. They can be in the corner. They can be in the middle of the long side. They can be in the middle of the arena for all I care. Just set up a marker somewhere and use the same marker to signify where your transition is going to be. So at every marker you do a different transition. So I started with walk, trot, and halt. The thing is, you have to do a different transition at each marker. You just can't keep doing the same walk to halt transition over and over again, or they'll start doing the transition before you ask. So they will learn that at the marker, they're supposed to do a transition, and you want them to learn this. The reason that you do different transitions and alternate it all the way through is they have to listen to you for which transition they're going to do. So, like I said, you can't just do the same transition over and over again, or this exercise really won't work. They'll just start doing the transition before you ask. You want them to listen to you to know what to do. And the reason you want to do it at a marker is so that's right on the dot. This way you don't have to start increasing force to get them to do the transition. So here in a moment is my first canter transition, which I think startled Buck a little bit because we were just doing walk, trot, halt, and we haven't done a lot of canter work to begin with. So I think he just thought, oh, well, she's not going to ask me to canter. Whoa, she did ask me to canter. So I think that just kind of startled him a bit. The whole reason I was suggested this exercise from a clinic instructor I did last week was because our canter transitions are just awful. He just does this chicken trot into canter, doesn't really want to pick up the canter, just wants to go really, really fast at the trot, and it gets me off balance, it gets him off balance, and they were just really ugly, which he's a 4-year-old horse, and that's what 4-year-old horses do. They just don't understand what canter is quite yet. So I really enjoyed this exercise. He caught on very quickly. As you can see, that was one of our better canter transitions that we've ever done, and they just improve as this exercise continues. So the next few canter transitions, he still does kind of a little quick trot into canter, but he really associated these markers with a change in transition. So he's really associating, hey, when I get to this marker, if she puts leg on the outside aid when I've been trotting, oh, I'm gonna have to canter. And he's been able to pick up the correct lead pretty much every time, because I think he's able to listen to which leg I'm asking for just by associating the marker with a change in transition. I know I'm not explaining this very well, but like if I were to just ask for a canter on a circle, he'd be so concerned with the circle and what I'm asking and me getting off balance and that kind of thing to really figure out which lead I want him to pick up. So this exercise just makes it simple. It takes away all the fuss. You don't have to worry about looking pretty. I'm not worried about getting inside bend. I'm not worried about him being round. I'm just worried about us being relatively balanced and just getting the transition at the marker. So I think this transition, blah, 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 blah. This canter transition coming up is the best canter transition we've ever done. And I really think it all has to do with this exercise. I really enjoyed this exercise. If you're having a lot of trouble with your upward and downward transitions, I highly recommend it. Just make sure you mix up the transition every single time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. It really helps me out. And please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Mwah. Love you.